Hello, hello, everybody out there on these streets. Go ahead and get your stuff together. Get your coffee, your tea, your lunch, because we're going to be here for a minute. So I have a salad beside me. Because I have to take certain medicines that if I don't eat it eventually at a certain time throughout during the day, I'll end up with a really bad migraine to where the lights and shit will just mess with me. So I'm going to be munching here for a second. Let everybody get in here. I'm going to at least let a couple people get in here. We do have a lot to go over. So let me know. Type in the chat. Let me know when you're here. This song's going to end here in a minute, and I'm going to play maybe a partial one, and then I'll roll my intro. I'm going to mute this so you don't hear me eat. How's everybody's Tuesday going? Now tomorrow we have the suspects got court. We're gonna get into it in just a moment. I got 2 people in here, so come on. Let me get a couple more. Share me out, you guys. We're going over 2 big affidavits today. We also have a clip that we're gonna find out some new information that we did not know. I have that for you guys. I don't know if I haven't seen anybody else grab this little piece of information that I'm going to show you guys. So go get your friends. You can bring a couple trolls in if you like, but just have the trolls be nice and kind and courteous. Yeah, we got another person in here that's commenting. Okay, let's go take a peek. Hi, good morning, girls. Good morning. Hello. If I disappear, there's a storm. It has a hit. Okay. I know. I don't know when we have. It says here it's 57 degrees. But it's cold, y'all. I mean, it's a little chilly out there. It's not too bad. It's 57 degrees. All right. I'm going to go ahead and end this song here. And I'm going to play our intro. And then I'm going to come to you. And I have some stuff for you guys. We're in the 70s. Oh, my gosh. Well, hello, Sharon and Miss Spitfire. My girls are here. Okay, so I can't believe this. Like, we're about to find out some stuff you guys probably didn't know. Just make sure you take cover if you have a bad storm coming. I don't want you getting... I need you, girl. I need all my peoples here. All right. Well, hello everybody. It's your girl, Truth Seekers here. Man, I was shout out to News Nation because this is who I've been going by. Just to let everybody know, News Nation has been my go-to for documents. So I'm gonna shout out them because I hope not. I have a clip. I think we should start off with the clip first and then maybe read some of the affidavits. I have everything pulled up that we're going to need for today, hopefully. That way, I ain't going to pull up nothing in my email and risk anything. So, welcome everybody. Good morning, good afternoon. It is now 1:02 here in Ohio. I do believe I'm northeast, maybe northwest. I don't fracking know. I would not do good on one of those shows where you had to use a compass or, be out in the wild and survive. I don't think I could do any of those shows. Could anybody do any of those shows? Could anybody actually physically go out and try to live in the wild? I've always wanted to live off the grid. No paper trail, just live off the grid, live off the land. And but I don't think I could actually shoot and eat I couldn't kill my own cow. I could never do that. It's 10 a.m. here. Oh my God. Never me, but my husband could. See, I couldn't. Yeah. Now my niece, I know we talked about this a little bit yesterday. My niece Alexis, she's had a lot of jobs in her life. I give her props. So she keeps trying to find that right job for her. She's in medical and STNA now, so she's got her life on track. So I'm glad that my niece Alexis doesn't have to take care of my father anymore, but she was good for my dad. But she actually worked in, there's a pig company out in, I want to say it's out in either Sandusky, Ohio, or it's out towards the upper, it was this, I think it's called Ruth's Pig Factory. She said she was only supposed to work as a secretary, but at the time when she went in there, she said it was freezing cold. And she can't do cold weather. My niece Alexis, she hates the cold. And she said it smelled really bad in there. She said, she described it as you could smell the red dripping. I mean, it was bad. So she's done that. I could not imagine doing any working with meat. I don't eat meat. What? I don't eat much meat, and I could never survive living in the bush. Yeah, me neither. What is it called? Bush something? Isn't there a show with a I know you got your Alaskan. You got your Alaskan out there in Alaska. I could not do that, you guys. Absolutely. It's pretty much the show. We're pretty much there. Yep. All right. So I keep forgetting I can't just click the tab because it ain't gonna do you guys no good if I don't press to present. Excuse me. The Italian dressing. Okay, so when you guys eat salads, anybody eat salads out here? Anybody eat salads? Okay, so my favorite dressing is ranch. I love ranch there's 3 different restaurants. I cannot tell you how good that freaking ranch dressing is. Oh my Jesus. There's maybe 4 now. But anyways, I love my ranch dressing, okay? And I prefer using the Hidden Valley Ranch. But there's certain restaurants like Denny's, Bob Evans, Applebee's. No, not Applebee's. Olive Garden. There's another one. Big Boy used to have a really good ranch. but they put carrots now. They changed their recipe, and I don't think they even serve Betty's dressing anymore. Betty's dressing used to be really good for dipping your nuggets in. Your chicken tenders? Oh my god, yes. Um, but yeah, like it's so hard to find that ranch. But then I get so tired of eating ranch because I eat ranch with everything. I'm not kidding you guys. Like sometimes I put it on my taco. Sometimes I always eat it with my steak. I always eat my steak medium rare, ranch dressing, and some soy sauce. Man, and then my steak's usually pretty seasoned. But I can't help it. I love food. But anyways, I lived in let's see. I could read it better here. I always read it better here for some reasons. I don't know why. But I lived in, I can't pronounce that, Alaska for 5 years. My husband wanted to homestead, but not I. Yes. You know, Sharon, you probably know this show. Do you remember the show? I think it's called Green Acres, where the wife is used to New York lifestyle, and now the husband's got her living in this farm type thing. I think it's called Green Acres. I want to say it's Green Acres. That show is so funny with the blonde lady. She cracks me up. Like, you get the phone. And the phone's way up there on the pole. Like, you do remember that? Me and my hubby watch that once in a while when it's on. It's so cute because she's like, I'm in the shower. And he says, can you get the phone? And she's like, I'm in the shower. And they just climb all the way up on this damn pole to answer their phone. And, you know, she's not used to this lifestyle. She's used to New York. And it's just a funny show. I love that show. And then there's another one. I think it's on. It's called Space something. Out in space. Living in outer space. I don't know. It's some really old show. There's a bad, like, doctor that stays with the crew. And she's got 2 kids. Green Acres. So I was right. I love that show. That's so funny. I love the good old shows. Like, so when I didn't have cable for that long time, basically what we did was we used the antenna TV, the antenna.
Lost in space.
Lost in space. Lost in space. My girl Sharon got Green Acres. She knew what I was talking about. How you been doing, Miss Sharon? Life treating you good, sweetheart? I love ranch for everything but salads. Really? See now at that Spitfire. Now that you say that, it's like, and I love my ranch dressing, but sometimes I get so tired of it. You know. Okay, so what should we do? What should we do first? Let's go with. I'm going to show you guys the clip. You guys got to see this clip that I got, okay? So, we're going to go with, we want to see this one. Now, this came in last night. I found this. No, I found this morning. So, I've been up since
the first day for only
$9-ish.
$19. I hated my apartment, but if there were out.
Ashley Banfield, you guys, has been killing it. I am not kidding you. She has been on it. So we're going to partially stop. Oh, before we get started, let me go pull up my show here really quick. Now, this releases a lot of stuff that we did not know. There's bits and pieces of this clip that we're going to see, y'all, that it's crazy. I mean, I had no idea that this grandmother could be so freaking fracking ugly. Evil. All right, let me go to mine. Oh God, Nicolina's life. Oh boy. Where is me? Okay. Turn me down from the phone. Okay, so we're about to go over this clip. I got my comments pulled up so you guys won't be, I'll be able to kind of watch, okay?
That family court cases are some of the meanest and the hardest and the most dangerous cases for our whole system of justice. And there really shouldn't have been any doubt, because I kind of scream it from the rooftop a lot. But I will submit to you tonight the
Beautiful
breathtaking
photos.
climax
Look at her.
of a mystery that we've been reporting
her.
on now for 2 weeks.
Now, Banfield releases from the I guess the court paperwork, it states it in there. She wasn't even supposed to be in this predicament, but she knew something, and she had a gun with her. She knew that this lady, I mean, she must have had that instinct, because she brought her gun. She brought her gun with her, and it states how they got him trapped. Let's continue here.
The disappearance of these two women, Veronica Butler and Jillian Kelly, on a backcountry road in the Oklahoma Panhandle. Tonight, we know exactly what the Oklahoma authorities believe happened to these women, both of whom live just across the state line in Kansas. And we know exactly who they think is responsible. It's a little bit of what you probably suspected and a lot of what you didn't. First, let's just go with the headlines.
So mad.
2 bodies recovered.
Both families
4
are
people
devastated.
arrested. It is heavily presumed, but not yet confirmed, that those 2 bodies are Veronica and Jillian.
Is there confirmation at this point that the bodies recovered are Jillian and Veronica?
Not at this time. We have identified that there were 2 bodies during our search. Both of those deceased persons have been transported to the Oklahoma Medical Examiner's Office, where they will do a proper identification and also look into a cause and manner of death. The 4 people that we were looking for were found, arrested, and placed into custody
There's 4. We all know this from yesterday, but
in the same day.
It gets better, guys.
And there was no resistance.
The 4 suspects he referred to are the grandmother of Veronica's kids, Tiffany Adams, up there in the top left corner, along with Tiffany's boyfriend, Tad Cullen, with the big long beard. And then a couple whose names we had not heard before, Cole and Cora Twombly. They're occupying the bottom 2 spaces.
I have their affidavits, too.
Tonight, each of them.
The only ones I could not find, or nothing was released yet, was on the other 2. So if anybody can find those documents and want to email them to me, I would greatly appreciate it. I know Spitfire was working on some stuff. So let me know if any of you guys can get the other 2 and maybe Veronica's court. I would love to get Veronica's stuff, but let's continue here. We're going to go over the affidavit.
2 counts of first-degree murder, 1 count of conspiracy to commit murder, and 2 counts of kidnapping. And something else those 4 allegedly have in common, besides an elaborate criminal conspiracy, is a quasi-religious anti-government group called God's Misfits.
Did you guys hear that? Listen again. Let's.
This is a lot to unpack. But let me tell you, it is well worth the effort. So pull up your chair, nice and close, and get comfy. The whole thing starts and ends, allegedly, with that custody battle over Veronica's kids.
Hold on.
The kids that she had with a man named Wrangler Rickman. That's him. But you will note that called God's Misfits.
Hold on, guys. Let me back up just a little bit more.
On the bottom 2 spaces of that grid. Tonight, each of them is charged with the following: 2 counts of first-degree murder, 1 count of conspiracy to commit murder, and 2 counts of kidnapping. And something else those 4 allegedly have in common, besides an elaborate criminal conspiracy, is a quasi-religious anti-government group called God's Misfits. This is a lot to unpack. But let me tell you, it is well worth the effort. So pull up your chair,
Come on, baby.
nice and close, and get comfy. The whole thing starts and ends allegedly with that
Down,
custody
Mom's
battle
eating
over
salad.
Veronica's kids. The kids that she
Bite.
had with a man named Wrangler Rickman.
Hold on.
That's him. But you will note that Wrangler Rickman is not on the list of people arrested. The victims were trying to pick up Veronica's kids with Wrangler from Wrangler's mom, the kid's granny, Grandma Tiffany Adams, who is on the list of arrested people. Grandma Tiffany had custody of the kids while her son Wrangler, the dad, was in prison and then later in court-ordered rehab, so his alibi is, well, seems airtight anyway, right? Veronica was allowed visits with her kids every Saturday, but there had to be a court-approved supervisor. And the woman who usually did the supervision was not available March 30th. Or so Grandma told the investigators.
Can you believe that, you guys?
But the
The grandmother had this scheme from the freaking get-go. She knew what she was fracking doing. I mean, come on. She set this up from the get-go. You're not going to believe what else you're going to hear, but I want to hear that one more time. I'm sorry. I know we're backing it up, but I want you guys to make sure we hear this loud and clear. So I'm going to go back to here, and I won't pause anymore.
So pull up your chair, nice and close,
Sit.
and get comfy. The whole thing starts and ends allegedly with that custody battle over Veronica's kids. The kids that she had with a man named Wrangler Rickman. That's him. But you will note that Wrangler Rickman is not on the list of people arrested. The victims were trying to pick up Veronica's kids with Wrangler from Wrangler's mom, the kid's granny, Grandma Tiffany Adams, who is on the list of arrested people. Grandma Tiffany had custody of the kids while her son Wrangler, the dad, was in prison and then later in court-ordered rehab, so his alibi is, well, seems airtight anyway, right?
No.
Veronica was allowed visits with her kids every Saturday, but there had to be a court-approved supervisor. And the woman who usually did the supervision was not available March 30th. Or so Grandma told the investigators. But the investigators later found out that unbeknownst to Veronica, the mom, of course, Veronica's the mom, don't forget, Grandma had told the supervisor, just go ahead and take a couple weeks off. I'm gonna do some, I'm gonna do some questioning of my kids here, find out, how they're doing. But you go ahead and take a couple weeks off. She wasn't not available. Grandma told her to take a few weeks off. So while that left mom, Veronica, forced to find a replacement. If she wanted to see her kids, she still had to have a supervisor, right? And that replacement was Jillian Kelly, this beautiful woman on the right, totally unsuspecting, a victim who may or may not have known what an ugly, sickening custody dispute she was being drawn into. Grandma was due to meet up with Veronica and Jillian, the supervisor.
Here's the abandoned place, guys.
In the morning at that spot right there. This is the day before Easter.
Day before Easter, guys. Day before Easter. I didn't know that. Like, a day before Easter, so many lives, so many kids' lives are ruined because they don't have their moms now because one old, vindictive lady. You're going to be right back. You got to get the brats. Okay, just a warning. All right, honey, we'll see you back, sweetheart. Take your time. All right, let's go.
Sure. Right.
Yeah.
Planned location was this abandoned gas station at the intersection of two highways in Texas County, Oklahoma. But that rendezvous never happened. Allegedly, Grandma Tiffany had no intention of giving Veronica her kids. Not that day, not never.
I like how she says
what
never.
She did have in mind, allegedly, she did not carry out alone.
Well done, Viv. You got the presents, the balloons, and the raptor cake. Now, how about something to put a smile on your face?
Remember those names that are new to the story, Cole and Cora Twombly? Okay, well, here we go. Investigators talked to the Twombly's 16-year-old daughter, who essentially blew this case wide open. The daughter says her mom, and I think it's her stepdad, because she's got a different name, and it seems her dad is a different dad, but she basically says that her mom and that guy, her stepdad, along with Grandma Tiffany and Grandma Tiffany's boyfriend, Tad, that all four of them got together every week as part of that group I mentioned, the God's Misfits, that religious anti-government group.
What the hell?
The group often met up at Cole and Cora's house. And Cole and Cora's daughter overheard some things and saw some things. And she says that Grandma Tiffany gave everybody, quote, burner phones, and that she saw two of those burner phones charging on her mom's nightstand. She says the night before Veronica and Jillian vanished, this teenager says that Cole and Cora, her mom and her stepdad, they told her that they were going on a mission. They would not be there when she woke up in the morning. And sure enough, that teenager says they were not there when she woke up in the morning. And they did not get back until noon, driving separate pickup trucks. And then apparently those parents asked that teenager to clean inside one of those trucks. Clean inside one of the tracks. The teenage daughter was so curious as to what her parents had been up to. And amazingly, she says they told her everything.
The parents told her everything. Can you believe this poor 16-year-old is probably going to have to go into witness protection because there's going to be absolutely no way. I mean, look what her parents did. They took the lives of two beautiful women who have kids that they loved and cherished. And the one had filed to get her children back. And that grandmother was just not having it. Okay. You wait. I'll give you another bite in just a minute. Okay?
Allegedly, they told the teenage daughter that they blocked the road that Veronica and Jillian were traveling on, and that they diverted that car to where the others were just down the way waiting. Allegedly, Cole and Cora Twombly told their daughter, quote, things hadn't gone exactly as planned, but they wouldn't have to worry about Veronica anymore, end quote. That teenage daughter says she asked her mom why Jillian, the innocent supervisor, had to die if their problem was with Veronica, mom of the kids. And her parents allegedly said that Jillian wasn't innocent either because she was helping Veronica. That teenage daughter also asked whether the women's bodies were put in a well. She says her parents allegedly told her, quote, yeah, something like that. In fact, the bodies were found yesterday below a dam in a pasture about 8 miles away from where the women
we didn't know it was in a dam in a pasture. We didn't know that.
Fresh dirt work where a hole had...
We did not know about no dam and pasture. Did we hear that yesterday? Because I do have the clip. But I don't remember I have that clip. So if we need to go back to it, we can. But let me just go back here just 1 second.
Veronica, mom of the kids. And her parents allegedly said that Jillian wasn't innocent either because she was helping Veronica. That teenage daughter also asked whether the women's bodies were put in a well. She says her parents allegedly told her, quote, yeah, something like that. In fact, the bodies were found yesterday below a dam in a pasture about 8 miles away from where the women were killed. This makes me sick. According to court documents, investigators, quote, found fresh dirt work where a hole had been dug, filled back in.
It's okay, Sharon. Yeah, she was 16, honey. 16.
Early on, the authorities got a search warrant for Grandma Tiffany's phone. And wouldn't you know it, here were the web searches that they found on Grandma Tiffany's phone.
These were web searches, guys.
Gun shops, prepaid cell phones, and, quote, how to get someone out of their house. They also learned that Grandma had bought 5 stun guns on March 23rd, a week before the women went missing.
She bought 5 stun guns. Now, the 16-year-old daughter does say there's a fifth suspect that has not been released yet. We don't know nothing about this person. Just listen and get...
So bought 3 prepaid cell phones, burner phones, which all were later tracked to the spot where Veronica's car turned up abandoned, and where 2 of those burner phones were tracked to the very spot where the earth had been dug up and filled back in on the dates and the times in question.
Fresh dirt?
Veronica and Jillian's phones both went silent at 9:42 a.m. the day they disappeared. As for that crime scene, the abandoned car, we now know what the police found in and around Veronica's abandoned car. It was, quote, evidence of a severe injury. Also, Veronica's glasses were found in the road near a broken hammer. And a pistol magazine was found in Jillian's purse, but no gun. Let me just stop there for a second. Jillian's purse.
Jillian's purse. Whoever did this is so sweet and so... Now, the other clips, we only seen a little cross. And now we have lights. We have some lights and we have some sunflowers, it looks like. It's beautiful.
Jillian's the supervisor. Apparently, Jillian may have suspected that things might go south because she had a pistol magazine in her purse. No pistol. It's also the first we're hearing that a purse was left behind in that vehicle. And still, after all of that, not every question is answered. At least one mystery remains. The teenage daughter who gave investigators so much information said 5 people were involved in the killing.
5.
The 5th name that she gave, also an alleged member of God's Misfits.
God's Misfits. Okay, I wonder if we could do a Google search. Hold on. Because I want to see. Well, God's Misfits, when it pulls up the two Miss Kansas. Huh. Okay, let's just a second.
Behind in that vehicle. And still, after all of that, not every question is answered. At least one mystery remains. The teenage daughter who gave investigators so much information said 5 people were involved in the killings. The 5th name that she gave, also an alleged member of God's Misfits, his name is Paul Grice. But I'm going to be dead serious here. It is not clear tonight who Paul Grice is and why Paul Grice was not arrested and charged, at least with conspiracy, like the rest of them. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television.
All right, we're going to go back to
helping Veronica. That teenage daughter also asked whether the women's bodies were put in a well. She says her parents allegedly told her, quote, yeah, something like that. In fact, the bodies were found yesterday below a dam in a pasture about 8 miles away from where the women were killed. According to court documents, investigators, quote, found fresh dirt work where a hole had been dug, filled back in, and covered with hay, end quote. Early on, the authorities had gotten a search warrant for Grandma Tiffany's phone. And wouldn't you know it, here were the web searches that they found on Grandma Tiffany's phone. Taser pain level, gun shops, prepaid cell phones, and, quote, how to get someone out of their house. They also learned that Grandma had bought 5 stun guns on March 23rd, a week before the women went missing. She also bought 3 prepaid cell phones, burner phones, which all were later tracked to the spot where Veronica's car turned up abandoned, and where 2 of those burner phones were tracked to the very spot where the earth had been dug up and filled back in on the dates and the times in question. Veronica and Jillian's phones both went silent at 9:42 a.m. The day they disappeared.
9:42.
After that crime scene, the abandoned car, we now know what the police found in and around Veronica's abandoned car.
Now, we do also know in this, they released how they tracked them and led them to, right? If I need to go back to that, let me know, you guys. I have my phone up, so I can see the comments. If you need me to back it up to where she explains how they were able to be let off.
It was, quote, evidence of a severe injury. Also, Veronica's glasses were found in the road near a broken hammer. And a pistol magazine was found in Jillian's purse, but no gun. Let me just stop there for a second. Jillian's purse. Jillian's the supervisor. Apparently, Jillian may have suspected that things might go south because she had a pistol magazine in her purse. No pistol. It's also the first we're hearing that her purse was left behind in that vehicle. And still, after all of that, not every question is answered. At least one mystery remains. The teenage daughter who gave investigators so much information said 5 people were involved in the killings. The 5th name that she gave, also an alleged member of God's Misfits, his name is Paul Grice. But I'm going to be dead serious here. It is not clear tonight who Paul Grice is and why Paul Grice was not arrested and charged, at least with conspiracy, like the rest of them. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.
Okay, so we know that they're a part of a gang called the Misfits. Oh, shit. Hold on, guys. Cut it out. Hold on, guys. I'm chewing. Hold on 1 second, guys. Okay, I'm done with that. I'm done with my sound. All right, so what do you think about that? From listening to that, now we know they were a part of a group called God's Misfits, and we know the way they trapped them. We know that the mom told the daughter, the 16-year-old, everything. And I cannot sit here and imagine what that 16-year-old little girl has to go through. Now, her grandma, her mom and dad, all taken away from her by their choices to harm two women and devastated communities, work friends, loved ones, their kids. Like, I can't even imagine these babies having to grow up now knowing that their moms were taken because the grandmother and her selfish, like, that Jillian, I feel like she was just at the wrong time, the wrong place. But this grandmother set this up with so many details and told her daughter this, the 16-year-old this. They didn't put them in wells, but they put them in, they were in a pasture, dam, just a weird, I can't believe that. I'm shocked. Okay, so let me go and show you guys. This is Cora's. Okay, so this is the affidavit. So this is the District Court, Texas County, Oklahoma. This is her date of birth. And it's pretty. It says a lot in here. So let's see what. Let's see if it works. I can't hear it. Learn how to add more voices. Okay. Why ain't you playing now? Okay. Maybe you won't play. I don't know. Alrighty. Because here's the buttons. Here's the play button. Do you guys hear anything being read to you? I don't. That's odd. Okay, so we're going to skip. So this was April 12th, and this is the court docket, the plaintiff, and then this is the docket number. Okay, so approximately 12 and 7 years, capacity, All right, so this is blah, blah, blah. Okay, so interviews were conducted relating to the disappearance, and it was discovered that Butler was in a problematic custody battle with Tiffany Adams for a custody battle. 2 children. The father of those children was Ragnar Rickman. Adams' son Butler's visitations with her children was court-ordered to be supervised every Saturday. Adams had a particular person she preferred to supervise those visitations, and that was Cheryl Brun. The court ordered Adams to pay Brun supervisor visits if that was who she wanted to be present. Otherwise, Butler was to choose and to pay for that person to supervise. Okay, so we didn't know that. We had no idea that she was paying for these supervisors. So Butler that's crazy that she was paying for them. And okay, so let's keep going. Butler told family members that she was going to go pick up her children from Adams and 1,000 hours at Four Corners. The intersection highway of 95 and US 64 West is the location in Texas County, Oklahoma. And Kelly left Huntington, Kansas, and traveled to Highway 95 and Road L, about 5 miles north of Four Corners. Buddy, you're not going to eat lettuce, Scuba. You're not going to eat lettuce, dude. You're going to eat the ham, the croutons, but I already ate all the croutons. And the cheese. I'm reading. Ding dong doggy. Jesus, he's so funny. Approximately 940 hours, Butler planned to bring her daughter to a birthday party, and after they did not arrive, the family began looking for Butler. Melissa and Joey Patadella, who were Butler's family members, located Butler's abandoned vehicle just west of the intersection of Highway 95 and Road L. The vehicle found evidence of severe injury. Red was found on the roadways at the edge of the roadway. But the Kelly's pistol seen, but no pistol was found. What? You want another bite? Oh my goodness, Scuba. Am I gonna have to have Dad come get to my bowl? Okay, so Adams told OBSI that Friday night on March 29th, Rickman and Butler's children stayed the night with Burnett and Lacey Cook. Adams said she had planned to pick them up that morning before visitation. Adams said she called Butler at 900 hours to confirm the meeting. But Butler told Adams something came up and that she was not going to make it. But Butler's phone records confirmed the call occurred. However, at the time of the call, Butler's stop. Go on. Sorry, guys. I had to be mean to kick him out. Because he was not going to let me get through this. Okay, so, now mind you, I'm not looking at the comments right now because I am reading this, so just bear with me, okay? Because there's certain stuff in here that I wanted to read out to you guys and go over. Okay, so, that wicked ass grandmother, though, you guys. Oh my God, just, Okay, so throughout the child custody recordings were obtained, Rickman discussed the death threats by Adam's boyfriend, Tad Collin. The custody battle began February 2019, with many hearings and court appearances. On March 18, 2024, and on March 20th, 2024, motions were filed for requesting extended visitation for Butler, Veronica. Hearing was scheduled to occur April 17th, but Butler's attorney informed OSBI that Butler was likely to receive unsupervised visitation with her children at that hearing. At all times, Adam refused to let Rickman have the children, his children. Even though Rickman had legal custody of them, the law enforcement previously responded to the call for service where Adams refused to give Rickman his children. Reportedly told to the officers, Rickman he believed the children were better off in Adams' care. So he was even fighting his own mother for his children. I can't find, but I have the rest in. Oh my God, Spitfire, you do? Oh my God, I love you. If you want to send it to either email, babes, I can pull it up too. We'll just have to get me there. I might need to close out some tabs. Okay, so we are at. Okay, this is where I wanted to really read. It won't let us read out loud, which sucks. Okay, so I do want to pull out my highlighter. What does this mean? Oh, no, it won't work that way. Okay, so. We read that part. Okay, so right where it says the 16-year-old, right down. Okay, so we're jumping a few paragraphs. Okay, so the children remain in Adam's custody. Rickman denied having the conversation with Knox. All right, maybe we gotta go up. So the grandmother, Debbie Knox Davis, reported in the mid-late February of 2024, Rickman told her they didn't have to worry about the custody battle much longer. That's a big statement that grandmother made. She says, we won't have to worry about the custody battle for very much longer. Which means the intent was there, motive, the means, the worst part is she got her kids to help her. That's the fucked up part about it. Excuse my language, YouTube streets and YouTube guidelines. F that. This is messed up. And the death penalty should come for them. I'm sorry that 16-year-old is going to have to lose her parents and maybe have to go to the state, or maybe, I don't know. That's so sad. What if she has to go to be awarded to the state? Or is she going to be able to take care of herself? You know? Like how does this happen? And, you know, in the previous article, in the previous video, we can go back to it. Ashley Banfield said she had tried an attempt to get a restraining order against the grandmother for harassing and stalking. And I don't know if we heard that. If you all heard that, I've watched that video earlier and I heard what it said. So we can always go back to that clip in a moment. But it was stated in that clip that I lost my train of thought. Okay, well, we'll go on here. Rickman conformed to rehabilitation facility in Oklahoma City. Oklahoma City. Okay, at the time of disappearance, the children remains in the custody of Adams. OBSI agents obtained a search warrant for Adams' cellular phone. And I think the Adams guy is the boyfriend. I'm pretty sure. I don't want to stop sharing and then lose to pull up their photo. Now, here's about Paul Grace. Let's read that. Okay, we're going to come, because it does mention Paul Grace in the affidavit. All right, so let's look here. So we were here. OBI agents performed an extraction device. Information gained from the device and web searches of the taser and gun. Shops of prepaid cellular and someone out of their house. This was all searched on their internet browser. Was all searched that. What a ding dong. So, like, whatever you do stays on the internet, guys. Whatever you search stays in your freaking search engine. Technology and the paper trail is ridiculous anymore. That's why people want to live off the grid, because if you want to be a bad person, I don't want to be a bad person now. I just think it'd be really neat to feed off the grid. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's my perspective of living off the grid, you know? But there's other people out here that have certain different intentions of living off the grid. You know? They're going to be out here doing bad shit. And, you know? So, okay. Let's keep going, because it mentions right here. All right, so on April 3rd, they interviewed the 16-year-old daughter. Now, they don't release her name, thank God, because she's a minor. CW is the daughter, though. So, her initials are CW, right? OBSI interviewed CW, age 16-year-old. Okay, so CW is what we can call her. Okay, so Cora's daughter. This is her daughter, okay? So we have Cora's daughter. I'm guessing. Okay, it's going to tell us so we can get a grip of who these freaking fracking people are. So CW is the daughter of Cora Trombley and Kobe White. Cora is married to Cole Trombley. God, I hope that's not related to my fiance's brother, Trombley's. So type people he would. Wow. Okay. So anywho, so we got Cora was married to Cole Trombley. CW stated she had overheard group conversations related to Butler not protecting her children from her brother. Now, I don't know what this brother has done, but they're saying the brother is a bad person. So in reference to the sexual abuse and allegations, CW advised that she was told by Cora that Adams, Colin, and Cora, Cora, Cole, and Paul Grace were involved in the deaths of Butler and Miss Kelly. She stated Adams provided burner phones to use so they could communicate without using any personal devices. So she states in that video, they were charging on her nightstand. Now let's go look. Let's scroll down just a little bit more because I want to get to the other ones too. So this is just page 2. And I suck at reading, so just bear with me. It helps my learning disability though, so y'all can hate, but there you go. Clip that, fuckers. Clip that. Let's see here. Okay, so God, these are some crazy ass names in here though. I hate the name Adam. God, I hate the name Adam. All right, so Paul Grace. So here CW described Adams and all these people and Paul Grace being part of an anti-government group that had religious affiliation, which is called God's Misfits. Regular meetings are held weekly at Trombley and the home of Burnett and Lacey Cook. Now, when I searched this up, it came up as Oklahoma, but it showed the 2 missing. So we know this cult. I'm going to call it as a cult. What do you guys think? What do you guys think about all this? I'm trying to find the custody filings. Yes, Miss Spitfire. That's the one I really want to see. I want to see why she was in this predicament. Was it because of drugs? Was it because of mental health problems? And here she was doing better. She was paying out of pocket to have this supervisor that she wanted. And then that grandmother decided she was going to call and cancel that regular supervisor, which that regular supervisor, Sherry, then should have checked with Veronica. So then maybe Veronica could have been still living with Jillian. Maybe those 2 ladies could have been alive if that supervisor that was originally paid, that's been doing these custody supervision travels, she should have called Veronica and said, hey, do you know anything about me canceling for the next 2 weeks? I mean, you guys think about that. Am I wrong for feeling that way? I just feel like there could have been done something more. You know? Like maybe if that lady would have called, you know, it just sucks. Okay, let's keep going here. So this God Misfits group is ridiculous. All right, so don't mind me just highlighting. All right. We know about the pickup and cleaning. Oh, let's see. While Carrick in Texas interviewing CW and her brother. 2024. Okay, well, can you take this down? Because that's what he wants in for. Thank you. I love you. Dad has it. Dad's got it. See, it's gone. Hold on, guys. It's gone, baby. Mommy don't have it no more. You want back out?
Hi, Scoob.
I told you, sweetheart. Okay, so now we know there's a brother. We got a brother, guys. Welcome to all this madness. Fuck a duck. By the way, Howard the Duck was one of my favorite freaking fracking movies. Howard the Duck. You guys remember Howard? Sharon, you remember Howard the Duck? That God, that duck. Okay. So now we got the brother involved. We got the brother. So we better not skip. I was going to skip this paragraph, but let's just go ahead and read this. In which Adams and Colum and Cora and Grace went to Huntington, and Butler did not leave her residence this consistent. With the web search discovered on Adams' phone about how to get someone out of their house, according to Cora, the plan was to throw a vial through Butler's windshield while driving, making it look like an accident because antivirals regularly fall off the work vehicles. What? See, okay. When interviewing CW and her brother, Cora Cole arrived and tried to get access to CW and her brother. Cora was vividly aggressive and was very upset with your affiant that she was not granted access to CW and her brother. Cole was exited the vehicle armed and with a handgun in his holster on his belt. OBI investigation showed that Adams searched for gun shops on her cellular phone. A search for local gun shops showed Adams buying 5 stun guns. And this is the store at the Big R store in Gunman, Oklahoma. Wow. That's what I'm saying, you guys. This was so sought out, particularly to the point of having all this shit lined up. I am dumb. I am just bummed. I'm flabbergasted. I don't even have words. Okay, so we pretty much know a lot of this stuff from the clips. This has a lot of phone numbers. I don't want to die. I mean, this is on the records. I mean, these are phone numbers. I'm thinking Butler's. It's just crazy how that lady. All right, so here we go. Oh, these are the burner phone numbers, I bet. I bet you these are the burner phone numbers. I bet. Okay, so court issued for the warrants for the arrest within the names. The defendants, he or she may be brought before the magistrate to be held for their offenses. Count 1. These are the codes. Murder in the first degree. Count 2. Murder in the first degree. Count 3. Kidnapping. Count 4. Kidnapping. Count 5. Conspiracy. Conspiracy should have been like 2 counts of conspiracy. I just cannot believe it. All those charges. Okay, so then they signed it. So we have defendants, warrant issued within the defendants. He may she answered to these are held for the offense of. This is that Cora. And I'm pretty sure this was for Cora too. Because this was all Cora's. I have the other guys. So we have count 1, murder first degree, count 2, no people, kidnapping, conspiracy. And then it's signed. And then this is where it gets tricky. So this is Cora's. I can't read it like this. I don't know how in the hell News Nation was able to. I don't even know what that is. So it says right here, count 3, kidnapping, a felony on the 30th day of March 24, abiding and abetting the foreseeable seizing of Veronica Butler from Highway 95 to Road L, County, Texas. Veronica Butler in another vehicle transferring said victim to another location without lawfully authority while intent to cause Veronica Butler against her will. Confined and imprisoned against her will. So remember, guys, they got him out of the vehicle, took him to a different location, and unalived him. So that's what we know for sure that happened. $20 years. This crime is punishment for 20 years. Count 4 of kidnapping and felony, and this just tells you how they did it. Jillian Kelly. This is Jillian Kelly. This poor woman. To get and hold her without her will. And this crime is also 20 years. So that's 20, 40. That's 40 years for all of them. Okay. And then these are all the people, witnesses of the state of Oklahoma. And that is it for that one. This is Cora. So, this one is Cora. Okay. Now, okay, you guys. Whew. I'd go to the jail with my searches on NY on the phone. Okay. I'll have to try that. I'm not ignoring chat. I'm just getting some breakfast. Okay, babes, good. I'm glad you're eating. I ate my salad and I gave some to I almost said I gave some to Spitfire. I gave some to Scuba. Last night we were watching Scooby-Doo and the Mummy, and they were calling Scooby-Doo Scoobus. So now I got Scuba stuck in my mind and call him Scoobus. Hi, Rapper. Hi, guys. Whew, so that was a lot to read for that little fracker, wasn't it? That was Cora now. I'm shocked about this. I just cannot believe it, you know? I cannot believe it. Now, the boyfriend is what I cannot believe. Okay, so let me go. All right, let me show you guys this. We're going to go to, let me just show you mine real quick. Okay, so those are the two beautiful women. So this is their Facebook.
hey, did you hear about this? There's a free $5,800 spending card going out to migrants. So just for kicks.
Ugh, I hate when they say that word.
Tried to get in.
So this is that clip,
family court cases are some of the meanest and the hardest and most dangerous cases for our
I just wanted to play a little bit of this so we can see.
Scream it from the rooftop a lot.
Since Rapper just came in.
The breathtaking climax of a mystery that we've been reporting on now for 2 weeks. The disappearance of these two women, Veronica Butler and Jillian Kelly, on a backcountry road in the Oklahoma Panhandle. Tonight, we know exactly what the Oklahoma authorities believe happened to these women, both of whom live just across the state line in Kansas. And we know exactly who they think is responsible. It's a little bit of what you probably suspected and a lot of what you didn't. First, let's just go with the headline. 2 bodies recovered, 4 people arrested. It is heavily presumed, but not yet confirmed, that those 2 bodies are Veronica and Jillian.
Now, I speculated on this case the other day. I said from the get-go, the grandmother was involved. Somehow I just knew the grandmother was involved, and I was right. And it's so sad that this woman, these people right here, this woman here is so greedy and so selfish. I wonder how in the hell these people decided they were going to do this. And I don't know how many children they have. They disrupted their whole family. They took away 2 other women's families and communities that loved them women.
Of that grid. Tonight, each of them is charged with the following: 2 counts of first-degree murder, 1 count of conspiracy to commit murder, and 2 counts of kidnapping. And something else those 4 allegedly have in common, besides an elaborate criminal conspiracy, is a quasi-religious, anti-government group called God's Misfits. This is a lot to unpack. But let me tell you, it is well worth the effort. So pull up your chair, nice and close, and get comfy. The whole thing starts and ends allegedly with that custody battle over Veronica's kids. The kids that she had with a man named Wrangler Rickman. That's him. But you will note that Wrangler Rickman is not on the list of people arrested. The victims were trying to pick up Veronica's kids with Wrangler from Wrangler's mom. Trying to pick up Veronica's kids with Wrangler from Wrangler's mom. The kid's granny, Grandma Tiffany.
So the
Tiffany
guy,
Adams,
the boy,
who is on the list of arrested people. Grandma Tiffany had custody of the kids while her son Wrangler, the dad, was in prison and then later in court-ordered rehab. So his alibi is, well, seems airtight anyway, right? Veronica was allowed visits with her kids every Saturday, but there had to be a court-approved supervisor. And the woman who usually did the supervision was not available March 30th.
So
Grandma told the investigators. But the investigators later found out that unbeknownst to Veronica, the mom, of course, Veronica's the mom, don't forget, Grandma had told the supervisor, just go ahead and take a couple weeks off. I'm gonna do some, I'm gonna do some questioning of my kids here, find out, how they're doing. But you go ahead and take a couple weeks off. She wasn't not available. Grandma told her to take a few weeks off. So all that left mom, Veronica, forced to find a replacement. If she wanted to see her kids, she still had to have a supervisor, right? And that replacement was Jillian Kelly, this beautiful woman on the right, totally unsuspecting, a victim who may or may not have known what.
May or may have not known what the hell she was getting herself into. But she did bring a gun. They have not located the pew-pew, but they have located the Magnum, I guess, was in her purse. Her purse was left at the scene. So what makes me mad is, what if I'm gonna speculate, but what if this is running through my mind? I don't know if it's running through your guys' mind. What if that supervisor that was called and told not to show up, what if she could have called Veronica and said, hey, Veronica, we were scheduled for a visit for Saturday, but the grandmother just told me to cancel for the next 2 weeks. Is there something going on? Or then maybe Veronica Butler and Miss Jillian. And it even said she was going to get a restraining order against the grandmother. She had attempted in the past to get one. Let's play this just a little bit, and then we're going to go read the other guys.
Custody dispute she was being drawn into. Grandma was due to meet up with Veronica and Jillian.
We can go to my laptop dies, and I'm at
10 o'clock in the morning at that
54%.
spot right there. This is the day before Easter, right? The planned location
There's
of
that
this
Four
abandoned gas station
Corners,
at the
you
intersection of
guys.
2 highways in Texas County.
Four
Oklahoma.
Corners. That's where that Four Corners is at. That abandoned.
But that rendezvous
Look at that thing.
Allegedly, Grandma Tiffany
Look
had
at
no
this
intention
grandma.
of giving Veronica her
Nothing
kids.
like
Not that
that.
day, not never. And what she did have in mind, allegedly, she did not carry out alone. Remember those names that are new to the story, Cole and Cora Twombly? Okay, well, here we go. Investigators talked to the Twombly's 16-year-old daughter, who essentially blew this case wide open. The daughter says her mom, and I think it's her stepdad, because she's got a different name, and it seems her dad is a different dad, but she basically says that her mom and that guy, her stepdad, along with Grandma Tiffany and Grandma Tiffany's boyfriend, Tad, that all 4 of them got together every week as part of that group I mentioned, the God's Misfits, that religious anti-government group. The group often met up at Cole and Cora's house. And Cole and Cora's daughter overheard some things and saw some things. And she says that Grandma Tiffany gave everybody, quote, burner phones, and that she saw 2 of those burner phones charging on her mom's nightstand. She says the night before Veronica and Jillian vanished, this teenager says that Cole and Cora, her mom and her stepdad, they told her that they were going on a mission, that they would not be there when she woke up in the morning. And sure enough, that teenager says they were not there when she woke up in the morning. And they did not get back until noon, driving separate pickup trucks. And then, apparently those parents asked that teenager to clean inside one of those trucks.
2 bodies found. Yes, Grandpa. These are the 2 women.
The teenage daughter was so curious as to what her parents had been up to. And amazingly, she says they told her everything.
It was very, very sad. I don't know what this road
told the
is
teenage daughter that they blocked the road that Veronica and Jillian were traveling on, and that they diverted that car to where the others were just down the way waiting. Allegedly, Cole and Cora Twombly told their daughter, quote, things hadn't gone exactly as planned, but they wouldn't have to worry about Veronica anymore, end quote. That teenage daughter says she asked her mom why Jillian, the innocent supervisor, had to die if their problem was with Veronica, the mom of the kids. And her parents allegedly said that Jillian wasn't innocent either because she was helping Veronica.
So
that
sad.
Teenage daughter also asked whether the
guys,
women's bodies were put in a well. She says her parents allegedly told her, quote, yeah, something like that.
This 16-year-old girl is going to have to...
In fact, the bodies were found yesterday below a dam in a pasture about 8 miles away from where the women were killed. According to court documents...
Okay, so they were 8 miles away from where they were killed. So they were pushed off the road, kidnapped, taken to another location, and unalived. And their bodies were found near a dam. That's sad. And they had the death penalty in Oklahoma,
investigators,
too.
Quote, found fresh dirt work where a hole had been dug, filled back in, and covered with hay, end quote. Early on, the authorities got a search warrant for Grandma Tiffany's phone. And wouldn't you know it, here were the web searches that they found on Grandma Tiffany's phone. Taser pain level, gun shops, prepaid cell phones, and, quote, how to get someone out of their house. They also learned that Grandma had bought 5 stun guns on March 23rd, a week before the women went missing. She also bought 3 prepaid cell phones, burner phones, which all were later tracked to the spot where Veronica's car turned up abandoned, and where 2 of those burner phones were tracked to the very spot where the earth had been dug up and filled back in on the dates and the times in question. Veronica and Jillian's phones both went silent at 9:42 a.m. They disappeared. As for that crime scene, the abandoned car, we now know what the police found in and around Veronica's abandoned car. It was, quote, evidence of a severe injury. Also, Veronica's glasses were found in the road near a broken hammer. And a pistol magazine was found in Jillian's purse, but no gun.
Thank you, Rapper, for being very kind in the chat today. I appreciate it. Okay,
Jillian's the supervisor.
I know you're going through
Apparently, Jillian may have suspected that things might go south because she had a pistol magazine in her purse. No pistol. It's also the first we're hearing that her purse was left behind in that vehicle. And still, after all of that, not every question is answered. At least one mystery remains. The teenage daughter who gave investigators so much information said 5 people were involved in the killing.
5 people.
The 5th name that she gave, also an alleged member of God's
I really
Misfits.
want to know more about
His name
this
is
Brian
Paul
guy,
Grice.
this Bryce guy.
But I'm going to be dead serious here. It is not clear tonight who Paul Grice is and why Paul Grice was not arrested and charged, at least with conspiracy, like the rest of them. Thank you for watching.
Okay,
Go to
so-
newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't
We're
forget.
going to stop sharing. And then we're going to go, hiya. Everyone keeps getting, I know, rapper. It's so sad that, you know, it's sad because every day there's something tragic happening. Every single day there's something bad happening. People are being unalived. But this case had grabbed my heart so bad because I have lots of nieces and nephews. I can't have babies, and it sucks because that's the one most thing that women are supposed to do is carry on life, and I can't do that, and it kills me. I am eating inside because of it. So, and I said I thought about adoption, and me, Miss freaking fracking Rose was like, "Oh, well, you gotta have lots of money, and you should be wanting money, not a baby." The fuck, lady? Like, that made me so mad. I haven't watched her since. So, but now the boyfriend, I think this is either because we got Cora, which was the other daughter. Now the other one I have is Ted, and I can't remember Ted. Is that anger? Is it their anger or temper? I just don't get it why people do such things like this. Yep, you know, I want to say it's either their anger, maybe they snap, or maybe you're just born a killer. There used to be a thing where they would say you're just born a killer. I don't know if I believe that. I think people's trauma, people's I think that can cause people. Now tomorrow they have court. I do believe they're supposed to be in court. We're going to try to watch that. I'll try to see if it's going to stream or whatnot. But supposedly they have court tomorrow. But I also want to do some deep cleaning too. I want to get some dusting done tomorrow. My kitchen needs it. My upstairs bathroom needs it. I'm supposed to be getting my mom to come up. She's supposed to come up and help me do like a deep cleaning. I want to get some of my walls wiped down. It's just I have a lot, and I'm gonna make the hubby get to work too with it. But you know, it's springtime. You're supposed to be getting ready to be dusting and doing all that fun stuff. Okay, let's go take a look at Ted's affidavit. Now, this was also filed on April 2024 of April 12th in Texas County. This is his docket number. Ted, this is his name. 1980 was his birth date. Oh, shit. Well, that guy's screwed. I'm going to have to fucking cut that out. Excuse my language. Damn it. Why would they put his full... Because News Nation did this. This is from News Nation. I got this from News Nation. Shout out. News Nation's the one that had this on there. So they're the ones that doxed it. God, I hope people are... Oh, my goodness. And I didn't know that. Well, I'm pretty sure this guy's never getting out of prison anyways. So this is the boyfriend now. This is Tad, or the stepdad. All right, so 27 years capacity. Interviews were conducted in related to disappearance and were discovered at Butler. Problematic custody battle with Tiffany Adams. Okay, so here we go. It's problematic custody battle with Tiffany Adams for the custody battle of Butler's 2 children. Now, the father of those children are Raglar Adams. That's where we kept seeing that Adams in that other affidavit. Okay. Now it kind of makes a little bit more sense to me of who the Adam guy was. Okay. So, son of Butler's visitation with her children was court ordered. We know that. Supervised every Saturday. Okay, otherwise, Butler, and this is how they do it. Now, they list some other names. 4 Corners, that's the abandoned gas station. So, Melissa, Joey, these 2 people were the ones that went and got concerned. They knew Butler. So these are her family members. My heart goes out to them and the other families that are involved. May they get the justice that they deserve. The kids get to know. It's so sad that they don't get to. Hopefully they have those memories with them themselves. You know, maybe they aren't going to be I hope to God they're not going to be traumatized, because we don't know the ages of her kids. We don't know how old they were. I don't think it says in any of the court documents how old they were. They might in the other filings, but so far in these we know, and we do know the kids are safe and they're with Veronica's family. I think they're with Veronica's mom. Now, what makes me mad is this lady here. So let me go up. Butler's visitation with her children was court ordered to be supervised every Saturday. Adams particularly preferred supervisors those visitations. That was Cheryl. Adams had particularly person she preferred. Oh, so Tiffany Adams paid for this lady. So this lady was a supervisor and was preferred. So Miss Adams, the grandmother, right, is paying for this supervisor. Or she preferred this supervisor. This lady is in cahoots with the other. I don't think she knows, but I don't know. That's the lady that was normally supposed to do the visitations. This sucks reading this, you guys. This is just horrible. Okay, so 4 Corners, we know all that. They abandoned, we know the hours, we know Kelly's purse was left at the scene, and her pistol was not found, but her magazine was found inside of Kelly's purse at the scene. But her glasses were also found in the roadway of the south of the vehicle with a broken hammer. So they got evidence. Said they got evidence. That broken hammer, or not the broken hammer, the hammer and the glasses. I wonder what the hammer or and then they took these guys and put them somewhere else. Took them to another location and unalived them. I hope they get the death penalty. I kind of want them to get the death penalty, but then that poor 16-year-old girl I'm worried about that little girl and what trauma she's been through because, you know, her parents were up to no damn good. Now, throughout this custody case, recordings were obtained. Rickman discussed the death threats by Adams and Adams' boyfriend, Tad Collum. The custody battle began February 2019 within many hearings. Court appearance on March 18th and March 20th. Motions were filed for extended. Butler wanted to have extended visitation, guys. So, there's your motive. We know it was a really bad, nasty custody battle. That we know. So the motive is the kids. I honestly believe that grandmother was so selfish, didn't want her grandbabies to have their mother. And half the time, the grandmother didn't even want her own son to have his kids. So here it describes, here comes CW again. CW described Decorah Cole Adams and Paul Grace being part of an anti-government group called God's Misfits. And they attended these weekly of the home of Burnett and Lacey Cook. These two people, I don't know who these people were, but wow. This part gets me to right here. CW on March 29th, they told them they would not be coming home that morning. She woke up and they said they were going to be on a mission. I wish that little girl would have took that little information that she had gotten and called the police and would have said, "Hey, I think my mom are on a mission to hurt somebody. You know, what if all these phone calls, I know we shouldn't be doing this, but it's just running through my mind of all these what ifs. We got to start paying attention, being vigilant. You see something, say something." But all this little girl probably knew was violence, right? I mean, if she's seen these parents host this, whatever they're hosting in their home, like what the fudge? You know? Like, I just feel like some stuff could have been prevented. You know, if the courts would have award her restraining order against the grandmother, you know, and it was 10 days before she got to go and have her court. To go in front of a judge and say, "Hey, I want more rights with my babies," you know? It was all taken from her. So CW was told to clean the interior of the Chevrolet pickup. Now we know that one of the vehicles led them or blocked the road off. I want to say it was the Chevrolet pickup truck. Replied something like that. CW. So this is all what Miss Banfield had discussed. We don't need to go all over this. This has all been discussed, but the charges: murder first degree, murder in the first degree. We got count of kidnapping. That's 3, 4. So they got 2 counts of kidnapping and conspiracy. Then you got for Ted, and what he's facing. $20 years imprisonment. 20 years imprisonment. Oh, this one says count 5, conspiracy to commit murder in the first degree, deliberate intent, a felony by conspiring or agreeing with Tiffany Adams, Cora Trombley, to commit a crime of murder in the first degree, which is a felony, on or about between the 13th day of February 24th and the 30th and the day of March 24th, arranging by planning to the deliberate, intentional, unlawfully taking a life of Veronica Butler and or Jillian Kelly on the defendant, or conspiring purchases, burner phones, stun guns, all of this. Okay. This crime is punishment for 10 years or a fine of not more than $5,000 or both, such as the fine and imprisonment. Okay. So they should definitely get, and this crime is punishable by death or imprisonment for life without possible parole. This crime is punishment for life imprisonment or the life without parole. So this guy's getting 1 count of murder in the first degree, felony. Count 2 of murder in the first degree, deliberate intent. He's got all these. So he's going to have, unless they run it concurrent, right? They might run it in concurrent. But I'm feeling like he should just get life imprisonment. However, it does say this crime is punishment by death or imprisonment for life without parole. I think he should get 20. He should get the max. He should get 20. The 20 and 20, that's 40. Then he should get both of these, the 10 years plus the fine. And then they run these 2 both death or life with no parole. They should get no parole whatsoever. I like how it shows you what, life in parole with imprisonment, kidnapping. Kidnapping is 20 years for not more than 20 years. Either way, the murder charge is probably going to top those two charges. I honestly do believe that they make it the death penalty. But then again, the other kids, like there's so many kids, you guys, that are affected by this. I mean, you got 8 families almost. Like, you got all these families that are devastated by this. And I mean freaking fracking devastated. I mean, to think that this could happen and nobody say something or see something, like the 16-year-old, she probably didn't know what the hell to do with this information. Maybe she couldn't believe her parents were cold-hearted souls. How was this little girl supposed to predict if this could happen? I'm flabbergasted. There's the kids are 6 and 8. Oh, thank you, Spitfire. Thank you, my girl. God, 6 and 8 years old. You know, 6 and 8 years old, I remember what a fun time that was. I loved getting up, going to school early in the morning. I loved going to school, you know, like when you're kids and you're younger, you love going to school. You know, I didn't have too much of a hard time till I got maybe high school. I'm in my pajamas still. I'm not even dressed, y'all. I'm not dressed. And I have old wrapping paper in the corner. It's on this side. But I wanted to show you guys. I'm alive. I'm here. I'm just cannot believe those poor kids have no like, they're gonna have such a hard life. I hope they don't, but they're gonna have to probably go through lots of therapy. What do you guys think about this? Yes, when you're little, yes. Yes, when you're little, you love going to school. I loved learning. I loved recess. Going outside, playing on the playground. I just loved it. Loved going to school, and I've been doing my skincare. Thank God I ain't had no pimples. I hate not doing a good skincare routine. I hate that. Like, I set all these routines up, and then it's like I get going for a couple weeks, and then I lose. Like, I don't want to do it no more. But I do want to show Rapper. I don't know if you've seen this, but let me show you this really quick. Wait, wrong thing. Oh, wait, I can do settings and stuff on here. Hotkeys, layout, virtual background, new layouts. Probably can't get them. Oh, yeah, I probably could. Anywho, let me present this really quick. I'm going to share screen. And we're going to go with this. Now, I got to scratch my ankle. When we went over this yesterday, this is where they have the affidavits, guys. Yes, News Nation has been a really good source for me. I just hope they don't get mad and strike me because I'm new and I really like doing what I'm doing. You know, I do stop. I pause probably too much. And if I pause too much, girls, just tell me. Somebody tell me that I'm pausing too much and maybe just to lay off pause for a while, okay? Just tell me that, all right? Because you guys are here to help me. All right, so this, I don't know if you can click on it, but before, let me just close. Okay. Shit. All right. We're back. Let me. I hate when they're jamming and they're going to get me strike. They're out there dressed. Nice, must be really nice outside. All right. I'm going to go back to that in just a minute. It was just buffering and. So, Mr. Rapper, be good with your little blue wrench, okay? Because my girls will tell me if you're getting out of hand, okay? And normally, I don't have anybody blocked unless they're saying, you know, like weird things to me, like, you know, love you and all that. Yeah. Let me present this again. We're going with, of course, an ad. All right. Now, down here, there was, they said that they had found, and the court papers revealed that there was blood found on the roadway and the edge of the roadway near the car. I don't remember the affidavit stating that. That stated that. I remember that. And then right here is where you can click the affidavit. Let me go back up here. So it shows my dog's going crazy out there. I want to do which Jones is going live. She did a video earlier too. I wonder if she's going over this. Maybe I'll go over there and stop by. Kids are 6 and 8. When you're a little, yes. I read that somewhere. Yeah, I did too. And I can't remember where, but I do know if you click on one of this, it comes up with the affidavits. That's how I got the affidavits to this. So, I cannot believe her and him together. Like, and then these two, like this is crazy. He's just thinking like, oh shit, I got busted. Thanks a lot, you know. This guy's smirking like he's happy. These guys are just some violent people. And this is what they had out there. These guys were out here. Dirt ditches was revealed in the affidavit. Oops. Missing mom, a commercial vehicle, a victim of trafficking. That's a different article. Now, see, this was all blocked out. Should have showed this one. Redacted affidavit. How did I not get the redacted one? Why did I get the one with everything? And I just, oh my God. Like, now I don't really know how to edit stuff like that. I don't really know how to edit my videos by taking out certain parts of that. Fudge sickle. Like, I don't know how to even try to edit that. I can't believe that. I think it even did. Oh my goodness. I think this is the whole, oops. I think this is the whole affidavit. Let's see. Okay, so this is page 9. What pages? There's their counts. Okay, so. Oh, this is it for separate ones? Is this showing? Okay, so wait. Coral Trombley. This is for Cora Trombley. So who is this one? Okay, search warrant for defendant. Oh, defendant. Okay. This must just be for Cora, we read. I'm looking through this to make sure that Veronica's stuff isn't in here, because that's the one I wanted. I wanted to read Veronica's state, her court order thing, her affidavit. Okay, so I should have pulled this one instead of. I should have got this one, but my bad. First time for everything. But maybe I can go back in and edit that part out just a tad bit. I am going to go back into my save files, and I'm going to try to black that out. So that was for Tad. Just see how it says Tad up here. But then if you go down, we'll let it load here. That's weird how it goes from different affidavits. So this one's all Tad, okay? But then if we go down here, it shows so those are all Tad's, and it was sealed. Then you got Tad here. So you got Tad, okay. So Tad. Oh, here's Tiffany's. Okay, so this one was redacted. Huh. Okay. So then it shows all of Tiffany's. So I guess I kind of do have Tiffany's. I wish I could save Tiffany's. Because this is Tiffany's, the grandmother's. The one we're looking at right now that we did not have is Tiffany's. So let's look at Tiffany's while we're here. Because this one is Tiffany's coming up, guys. This one right here is Tiffany Michael Adams. So this is the grandmother. I wonder what this button does. Okay, so related to the disappearance to be discovered, the butler and the father for those paramedics, supervised visits. We have Butler. All right, Butler's family told pick up Butler. Kelly left. Blood was found near the roadway. Butler glasses. I was looking to see if she said anything. I'm not seeing anything being said. Goes through that. Let's see. Rickman's grandmother. Okay. This is her telling her daughter. Let's see. These are her charges. Tiffany Michaels Adams, guys. So they're all four of them are being charged with the same exact charges. All of them. I know, poor kids without their moms. It breaks my heart, Spitfire. That's so sad. And then in her mugshot, it looks like she seriously looks like she's laughing. Like she's smiling. And then here's Cole. We got Cole. We have 2 of them. We didn't have 2 of them. So this one is Cole Earl Trombley. We didn't have Tiffany or Coral, but we had the other 2. So this is his affidavit of his search warrant and stuff. Let's go make sure he's being charged with all the charges too. We're just going to make sure it's all correct because we've read this 3,000 times. I'm not going to read it anymore, but I want to make sure all of their charges are the same. Okay. They are. I just wish we could see what Veronica's thing was. I really want to know. And then here's Gail, the Cora. Wow. What do you guys think? Should they get the death penalty or life in prison? Which one do we want them to suffer more? Because, I mean, I feel like... let me stop sharing this. Let me come back to you guys. So this is what I'm thinking. Okay? If they do sit in life in prison without possible parole, they still get to see their kids, get letters, get fed food, watch their daughter grow up. I feel like them other 2 women don't get to watch their kids grow up. You know? So why should they have the right? You know? How? Whoops. I'm here. I just think that that's freaking fracking insane, y'all. Insane that they get to live a life with poor kids without their babies and their moms. Yes. And also to think they're more that they're not telling us. Oh, yes, Spitfire. I think there's a little bit more that they're not telling us. And, I mean, look what they've got done with them not telling us a lot. They got a lot done with them not telling us a lot, which I am so thankful. And I think that maybe they should not be able to live their life happily ever after. I think that they need to pay for what they did. So Miss Jones had made a funny video, it looks like. I kind of want to play it because I think we need a happy video, but I'm not sure if it'll let me play it from my screen there. But I think a laugh would be funny, but maybe I won't. But I just think that, and I do believe she's also going live at 3:15. It's a premiere, probable cause affidavit to crime community. I'm so glad people are talking about this more and, you know, being a light out here, because at first I didn't see hardly anybody talking about this case. I really didn't see hardly anybody out here talking about the two moms, Veronica and Jillian. And, not being able to have kids, it just gravitated me and broke my heart. Let me just go back here really quick and see. Give me 1 second, y'all. I don't know why to laugh at somebody who's at a court thing. Like, I just looked at Jonesen's video. I love Jonesen. But they are dogging and laughing at Dolly for just sitting by himself. Like, maybe, like, why bully somebody like that so bad to where, like, I don't know, it's just uncalled for, Like, we have so much shit in this world going on, and we got to worry about people being silly and I mean, just listen to the Queen. Like, this is evil. This is just.
I cannot be the only one.
Yeah, you are. You're the only one. It's a fucking hyena.
Yeah, look at fucking Dolly. Look at fucking Dolly, you guys. I can't. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Oh, my God.
To make the arrest. They don't have to put a little bit to make the arrest. They got the arrest. My hubby can't stand Queen.
Holy fuck. Oh, my God.
And look, this is all.
I fucking just died. They said that.
This is all that he is doing, okay? He's just sitting there. Minding his own beeswax, not doing a thing, and you got. That's just. I'm not really a Turtle fan anymore. I kind of go in if I can, but I'm, I just don't like to pick sides, and I'm friends with Tina. And I'm always going to be friends with Tina, and I'm friends with Maria and stuff. And them guys fighting and stuff, I just know that they're going to have to work it out for themselves. If it don't work out for it, then I just know that I tried to say my piece. I tried to say to both of them how I feel about certain different, bashing each other. I tried to come around to build everybody up, like help other fellow YouTubers that are just starting out, maybe, even if I don't really care for somebody, I'd like to, I just like to show support to everybody because these YouTube streets are supposed to be fun and supposed to find certain content you like and people you really like, and you gotta be careful where you go anymore because people are mean and nasty, and it's like, why? We live in enough messed up world. But I'm really glad I was able to find those off of News Nation. Somebody had commented really quick on it that it was like, said wow or something that was quick. And I was like, hey, I told you I was serious about this case, Now tomorrow they have to be in court. So I'll let you guys know about that too, about being in court. They do have to be in court tomorrow. I want to see if I can find it, but I also want to get shit done in my house. And I didn't take a day off yesterday. So maybe I'll take my day off Thursday. Thursday, I have a doctor's appointment. So, Thursday, I will not be live. I don't think I'm going to come live Thursday. So, there's going to be no see. Might see a short maybe. Or maybe I'll do an evening video. But Thursday, I have a doctor's appointment. And so, tomorrow I will be here. I will try to get on with that video or show that the court. Maybe they'll have it. Who knows if they even got lawyers yet. I don't know if we can know. How do we find out if they got lawyers or Port of Cornet? Anybody know how to find that out? Spitfire? Can't you just call the jail up and be like, hey, can you tell me if they have lawyers? Because we did hear that Alfalfa, we heard Alfalfa say they got the evidence. Or it was it was either Alfalfa or the cop, the sheriff, that said they had lots of evidence. They got a hammer, which I'm sure they probably got fingerprints or something, or her glasses, or, they got the daughter's test statement, if they can get, the daughter to testify against her mom. That little girl is going to be a key witness or key, other than the evidence that they got. And that Cheryl lady, she got blessed by the gods of, because she told that lady to take 2 weeks off. And see, they probably didn't think that Veronica was so serious about seeing her kids, because Tiffany decided she was already going to cancel the original supervisor. So therefore, then she had to go and get, poor Veronica had to go and get a backup. Wrong place at the wrong time for that Jillian. You'll try? Okay. I just don't know. I mean, can you look up and see if they got lawyers and stuff already? I don't know if they do. I haven't seen anything. Let me go look and make sure there's nothing new on News Nation before we close out or anything. Before we close out or do anything, I want to go make sure that there's no new information on the moms. So let me go take a peek. Let me go look here. Freaking ads. Okay, so this one is for 15 hours ago, but I'm not sure if we watched this one.
Shockingly, this is not the only similarity between the Oklahoma suspects and the cultists in Waco. I mentioned it earlier, but the probable cause affidavits show that actually it's the arrest affidavits. They show that everybody now in custody belongs to a religious/anti-government group called God's Misfits. I had not heard of them before, so we did a little digging. I want to bring in Miranda Ijoldi. She lives in Veronica and Jillian's hometown of Houston, Kansas.
Okay.
She knows the two women and their families personally. Miranda, thank you so much, and my condolences go out to you and everyone who knew Veronica and Jillian. This has got to be such an incredibly difficult time. I wanted to get your reaction to the arrests that these particular 4 people were brought into custody.
I think
it just shows this, but look, we'll watch it. We'll listen to it.
We were relieved to finally have a resolve on the situation.
But surprised that the people in particular who were arrested, did you think that 4 people would be arrested, despite the fact, the rumors that the grandma had such a cantankerous relationship, not only with her ex-daughter-in-law, they weren't really married, but, common law daughter-in-law, and many in the town said she was very, very, she was scary. That's how they referred to her. They said she was scary.
Yeah. I wasn't personally surprised about the number of people that they arrested. I didn't know who the other players were going to be, but I think I, along with a large number of people in the area, realized that it was going to be Tiffany and sad, but I'm not surprised that there were more people that were part of it, because it was impossible to pull that off in the window that they had in the broad daylight.
See?
By themselves. There was no way.
There's no way. Nope. I agree with this lady.
Do you know this name, Paul Grice? Is there any talk around town of who this 5th person is who's mentioned as part of the conspiracy but not in the arrest lineup?
We have heard rumblings that there's a 5th person. Until you just said the name, I have not heard the name yet. No.
And then what about the Twombleys? What did you know about
Twombleys?
About
God, that name.
Cora Twombly. Anything?
I would say that I know that they are extremely right-wing. That they have anarchist vibes. I mean, they feel like and they talk like anarchists. Definitely anti-government. Definitely pro God, pro Christ, but I wouldn't call them Christian.
Okay. So.
And what about this group, God's Misfits? It was new to me, but I don't spend a lot of time in that very remote part of the Oklahoma Panhandle. So, do you know about God's Misfits? Had you heard about this group before? Is it big? Is it just these people?
I don't think it's just those people, but I had never heard it have a name.
Huh.
There was no name for it. It was just a group of people. And I think I would liken them to feeling like they had God's divine power blessed to them. These are words that they've used.
Oh my God. This is crazy, you guys.
But also feeling like the government was here to steal that from them and use whatever force they had to intervene.
I feel like thank you, News Nation, for helping me find stuff and build me up, because
last question.
I don't think anybody else has these clips or has found this.
Of Cora Twombly, the 16-year-old who obviously we're not mentioning because she's a minor.
But her
she's only listed by
CW
initials in the arrest affidavit. But she sure did give up the goods on all 4 of them, and in particular her own mother, and I think, Cole would be her stepfather. Do you know anything about her?
No, I don't.
Huh.
Had you heard anything about her?
I had only heard rumblings and stuff that people had posted online, which I don't tend to trust. What other people, I would consider it a rumor or something like that. So no, I hadn't heard anything other than rumors about her playing in the situation. So.
Do you expect, Miranda, there'll be more arrests?
Yeah, I do think there will be more arrests.
Uh-oh.
You do?
Yeah, I do.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find.
Wow, you guys, we got some more cheese to the burger. We got the onions, we got the pickles. Holy shit, what else are we gonna find out from? I'm telling you, man, this News Nation, I'm so proud that I got a lot of this information, and I do believe it's legit. That lady was close to, I think she said close to Jillian, or did she say she was close to both the ladies? All right, let's back that up a little bit. Let's go back. Ah, shit.
Christ, but I wouldn't call them Christians.
So we know they're not Christians.
I'm not surprised that there were more people that were part of it because it was impossible to pull that off in the window that they had in the broad daylight by themselves. There was no way they could have done it by themselves.
Do you know this name, Paul Grice? Is there any talk around town of who this fifth person is who's mentioned as part of the conspiracy, but not in the
Who is
lineup?
this Paul Grice?
We have some rumblings that there's a fifth person. Until you just said the name, I have not heard the name yet. No.
And then what about the Twombleys? What did you know about Cole and Cora Twombly? Anything?
I would say that I know that they are extremely right-wing. That they have anarchist vibes. I mean, they feel like and they talk like anarchists. Definitely anti-government. Definitely pro-God, pro-Christ, but I wouldn't call them Christian.
And what about this group, God's Misfits? It was new to me, but I don't spend a lot of time.
But I forget who they said she was. Let me go back. Let me go back from the beginning, guys.
And my condolences go out to you.
All right. I'm going to restart it because I don't remember who she said. This lady is friends and family with either the two women or individually one of them. But I get to play now. Because I can't remember. Does anybody remember? Because it was so few minutes ago. I can't remember who's where, who's who. Because there's like so many suspects. And this lady feels like there's going to be more.
Thank you so much. And my condolences go out to you and everyone in Kansas. Heard of them before, David. They show that everybody now in custody belongs to a religious/anti-government group called God's Misfits. I'd not heard of them before, so we did a little digging. I want to bring in Miranda Ijoldi. She lives in Veronica and Jillian's hometown of Hugoton, Kansas, and she knows the two women and their families personally.
Wow, okay.
Miranda, thank you so much, and my condolences go out to you and everyone who knew Veronica and Jillian. This has got to be such an incredibly difficult time. I wanted to get your reaction to the arrests that these particular 4 people were brought into custody.
I think the main reaction was relief. We were relieved to finally have a resolve on the situation.
But
I bet she was very
revealed.
revealed.
Who were arrested? Did you think that 4 people would be arrested, despite the fact, the rumors that the grandma had such a cantankerous relationship, not only with her ex-daughter-in-law, they weren't really married, but common law daughter-in-law, and many in the town said she was very, very, she was scary. That's how they referred to her. They said she was scary.
Yeah. I wasn't personally surprised about the number of people that they arrested. I didn't know who the other players were going to be, but I think along with a large number of people in the area, realized that it was going to be Tiffany and sad. But I'm not surprised that there were more people that were part of it, because it was impossible to pull that off in the window that they had in the broad daylight.
Yeah.
By themselves. There was no way they could have done it by themselves.
Do you know this name, Paul Grice? Is there any talk around town of who this fifth person is who's mentioned as part of the conspiracy but not in the arrest lineup?
We have heard rumblings that there's a fifth person. Until you just said the name, I have not heard the name.
Wow.
No.
And then what about the Twombleys? What did you know about Cole and Cora Twombly? Anything?
I would say that I know that they are extremely right-wing. That they have anarchist vibes. I mean, they... God, so Christ, but I wouldn't call them Christian.
And what about this group of God's Misfits? It was new to me, but I don't spend a lot of time in that very remote part of the Oklahoma Panhandle. So, do you know about God's Misfits? Had you heard about this group before? Is it big? Is it just these people?
I don't think it's just those people, but I have never heard it have a name. There was no name for it.
I'm going to be digging for tonight, too, guys. When I'm making dinner and prepping, I will sit down and take a look at stuff. I'll have to charge the laptop because it's going to die soon, so I'm glad. I always like to let it die out and then plug it in and not be on it while it's charging. But
the government was here to steal that from them and use whatever force they had to intervene.
I know there's other people live right now that people are going to be watching. And
God-given rights.
Last question. Do you know anything about this teenage daughter of Cora Twombly, the 16-year-old who obviously we're not mentioning because she's a minor? She's only listed by initials in the arrest affidavit, but she sure did give up the goods on all four of them, and in particular her own mother, and I think, Cole would be her stepfather. Do you know anything about her?
No, I don't.
Nope.
Had you heard anything about her?
I had only heard, rumblings and stuff that people had posted online, which I don't tend to trust. What other people, I would consider it a rumor or something like that. So no, I hadn't heard anything other than rumors about her playing in the situation. So,
do you expect, Miranda, there'll be more arrests?
Yeah, I do think there will be more arrests.
You do?
Yeah, I do.
Thank you for watching.
All right,
Go to
y'all.
NewsNationNow.com to find News Nation on your
Shout out to News Nation. They are super good at what they do. No, I know, News Nation and Ashley Banfield, and I know Brian Enton. He's usually pretty good with all of his facts. I mean, I know that everybody has their hiccups and messes up here and there when it comes to these news sites, but they came out with a lot, you guys. They came out with a lot of info. I'm glad they're not releasing the daughter's name because she is a minor, but they are going by CW. These guys are facing a lot of charges. I mean, 20 years, life imprisonment without possible parole. If these guys ever get back out on the streets, they are a menace to society. They can't ever get out. They can't ever be released back out in this public because, and they should never, ever, ever, ever be allowed to see those kids. Never, ever, ever should be allowed to see those grandkids ever again. And yes, we do know the kids are safe. Nobody was harmed in getting them. I'm going to look and see if the camera footage has been released, or if the, I would love to get the videotape, the police camera. But I'm not sure how much it cost, and I gotta try to figure out how to get my, because I've already paid for the Amazon Prime. Well, now I'm trying. I've had it for a couple days. I've had it for. I had it at the beginning. I had gotten Prime again, and they keep wanting to charge my Cash App card, and I'm like, dude, I've already paid for it once. Why are you trying to get my membership again when I've already took care of it and renewed it? And here they want me to. Yeah, I gotta figure that out. I don't know how, but Amazon keeps wanting to take $7 off. I'm like, So, but I will look tonight and see if we can find, maybe it's on YouTube. There's a lot of stuff on YouTube that gets released. So I'm wondering if, it's on there. I do remember somebody from News Nation, I don't know if it was Ashley or somebody, said they were going to try to get the camera foot or the police cam, or maybe they had stated that they already had it. I can't remember. Right? I just, there's been so much in this case that has been mind-blowing, and so much that they're still keeping under wraps. Like, for them to keep that stuff a secret right now, while, of course, you got the road of YouTube out here running a spectrum. They could always ruin the case. And thank God that nobody's really messed with the case, like, thank God nobody's really made a muck of this. Like, I was worried that people were going to get a hold of this case and start speculating all kinds of bad stuff. I mean, I know the other day I had speculated that the grandmother was in it from the get-go. I knew it, and then I wanted to find out if they would have let her have that restraining order. It's just, yes, the court records I've found so far aren't cheap. Yeah, see, they're not cheap at all. And you're like my only girl I have behind the scenes here that's been helping me. So, and I'm so glad I got your emails and stuff. So thank you. If I had you on Facebook, I would let you get in my group. I created a group off my Facebook, like a chat room, and I got a couple people in there, a couple girls like Tina, Sierra, a couple other girls. But I'm just like, because I don't know how to do a Discord, and I don't really want to do Discords or a Telegram app. Telegram app I will not do. I deleted it. I will not ever go back to, hi Stardust. I will never go back to a Telegram app or really do Discord that much. I really don't do Discord that much because of the problems I had with the Telegram and being a part of a guy who wasn't so friendly to females. Really abused his mods, did stuff to them, stole one girl's content, and passed it on to his friends. And this creator had told this girl he wanted to help her get back on her feet. She was struggling, about to have a brand new first baby on board. Fiance and her were struggling. So he gets this girl vulnerable persists on her starting an OnlyFans. So she started OnlyFans, handed over all of her credential passwords and all that to this creator because he promised her he was going to build her up. Instead, she was putting out all this content, but not seeing nothing from nothing. What he was doing was passing it on through all of his friends. Sharing it out to his buddies, not charging for the content. And then he sent a crazy PI after her, threatening her. She had just had a baby. Then get, like this happened. This is real. The documents are out there. The women are still out here, still trying to get this guy to admit what he had did. He already had prior sexual charges. I didn't know that before I had found him. So he just is like, when I came to YouTube, I never, ever, ever, ever would have thought of all the bad creators and all the bad, nasty shit you see on here. And YouTube I thought was really created after the whole C, people getting together and, a lot of phones zooming for, oh, hi, sick boy. Hi. Are you feeling better? Midnight is sick, you guys. He's been sneezing and coughing. Oh, he's so sick. Come here. Last night he was laying beside me. And every time he fracking sneezed, Scooby came running after him like he was trying to hurt me. And I'm like, no, Scooby. He's okay. And yeah, so back to the bad creators and the bad eggs. When I found YouTube, I was in a bad spot. I found PCP, and that was a big, huge mess. And I still got some really good friends from PCP. Simple Bell. If you want information and to know about her story as being a mod, like me being a mod, go check that out. I need to put a playlist of PCP together. Not the drug PCP, not that. It's the PCP creator. It's Pop C Planet. That's because I don't need him coming after me. But I've told my story about it. I supported him for 2 years. I was attacked by some of his top guard mods. But I'll never forget what he did to poor Jade. Jade did not deserve that. Nope, none of it. Brittany didn't deserve it. Jade didn't deserve what she had to go through. Saggy, she had a bad experience. My friend Joey, he's a mod here. He comes in every now and then. Joey, if you guys I'll ever introduce you guys to Joey if he ever stops back in. I think I lost communication. I used to be, when I deleted Telegram, I kind of lost communication of Joey, but he's a good guy. He didn't want to believe that because he was a big supporter of PCP, paid a lot of money to this dude, and me and Joe was close. And when he had seen me being tagged in the Telegram app for seeing all these videos of him doing wrong and the porn video he had sent out of himself to these women, and they didn't even ask for this video. So it's just you gotta be careful when you find the ones that are bad. You kind of just gotta face reality that, hey, this is not good. Look what you're supporting. So it's sad, and I just think, like, I want everybody to come together and help build each other up. I just found out that Miss Tina's no longer posting her links in anymore. Come on, Mouse. She's not letting anybody post clone access gain. Clone access, I guess. Can you let Tina know, please? I can't get in touch with her. Stardust, I'm still blocked on PCT. You are? You have a clone access, I guess. Stardust. Okay, Stardust. I'm going to post my disclaimer in here real quick. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a screenshot of this. Oh, many. Hold on. Jesus, dude. You about just ended the stream, dude. Can you pre-warn me when you're coming up? Please? Mommy has a laptop now. You got to be careful, baby. You got to be careful. Hold on. Let me set this down. Hi. Hi, my sick boy. Hi. You don't feel good? Oh, sorry, guys. My Mitty needs my attention at the moment. Yeah. The poor guy. Him don't feel good. Oh, Mr. Meter don't feel good. You guys should see him right now. He is super cute. Okay, let me put my ugly butt off the camera. Hi. Poor guy. Him don't feel good. Well, him's not sneezing, but that door is scaring the crap out of you. It's just Dad. All right, Stardust. I'm going to message Tina real quick here. Sorry, I was checking my messages. Apparently, the Hawkins Village post office is relocation their VIA mail. How in the hell do I have Hawkins? U.S. Maine. I don't understand how I have stuff from Hawkins Village. Isn't that Tennessee? All right, let me find Tina here. All right. All right, so I'm in the group chat. Should I tell it in the group chat? You think you have a clone that's out there, sweetheart? I'm kind of confused. So you're saying that... Let me look here. Stardust. Thank you so much. Yes, Peppercut Tina. Let me go back up here. I'm blocked on Peppercut Tina's. All right. Tina's such a good... Oh, thank you. Maybe I will, because I just, don't want to hurt his, I'm glad I could talk to you and I could tell you about it. I will. Maybe I'm going to think about it and let him know. Okay, hold on. Hey, Peppercut Tina. there's a girl named Stardust. Apparently she is still blocked in your channel, and I do believe she thinks that she can't get in touch with you. It's her screen name is Stardust, and she said that she can't get in touch with you and that she's blocked. And she's a good person. She's not and she thinks that she has a clone. So I just wanted to let you know because she's in my show, and you'll probably remember who Stardust is. But all right, girly girl, love you. Bye. Okay, so y'all heard it. I messaged her. There you go, Stardust. Anytime. I think I finally got unblocked from Dolly Visions. Okay, y'all. I will let you guys. I don't want to keep you guys here forever. We've already been here. How long? 2 hours and 47 minutes, and my laptop is hot. So, midnight is just. Look at this guy. Look at this guy here. Uh-oh. Now he sees the mouse. Look at him. He just took over the whole damn. I don't think he feels good, y'all. My poor baby's sick. So I'm going to have to go attend to him. Maybe I'll ask Emmy what I can do for him, because he's been sneezing really bad, coughing type kind of stuff, and I don't see anything coming. But he's been acting like he has a fur bar. I can't speak. I'm just gonna no. This is like he's about to cough up a hairball, and Hawkins County, Tennessee. Why in the heck am I subscribed? I'm not kidding you guys. Like, this is what I got. Hold on. Let me just cam back up. Hold up. Let me show you this. I have no idea what this is. But it says Hawkins. Like, and as you can see, I'm obsessed with owls. If I ever die, I'm going to come to you as an owl. So that's Hawkins. Excuse you. I'm trying to eat that door is scaring you, huh? Well, at least he kind of wants to play. Yeah? Kind of want to play? He doesn't get to play that much because Scooby's is always fucking with him, wanting to play with him. Alright, well, we got stuff from Hawkins. Don't know how. But, alright, y'all. So, you're from Hawkins County? Really? For a ball. Yeah, my car is too. Wow, you're Summer Wells. Okay. Oh my gosh, I have so many questions about the Summer Wells case. Like, I just hate how YouTubers made a mess of that case too, you know? They really took that case and really fricked it all up. Right, Mater? Ow! Don't you swat at me. Ow, you little ordinary ass. All right. Wow, maybe one day, I know he doesn't feel good. But he wanted to be an asshole to me and swat at me, so. Well, Stardust, maybe one day we could get him up in here and we could talk about he's big. Yeah, he's old. He's my baby, guys. When we first moved in here and he didn't, because me and the hubby, we were separated for a while. And when I moved in here with him, Midnight was so scared. He was still a baby, kind of. And now he has to share a home with a dog. He's not used to sharing a home with a dog whatsoever. But look, check this out. It is 21% of battery life on my laptop. I need to close everything down, take it all downstairs. I need to prep for dinner. We're going to have pork chops, I do believe. Last night we had beef tips and noodles. It was all right. Tomorrow night I'm going to have the Alfredo. But tonight I'm going to cook and we're going to have pork chops. And I think we're going to do either the creamy 4 cheese rice or Kroger's had a deal on their Velveeta mac and cheese boxes, 4 for $10. So if you guys have a Kroger's and you love Velveeta mac and cheese, right now, not sponsored, Velveeta is the shit, and it's very expensive. And if you live like me and my hubby have to live like, we gotta live on a budget, okay? So when we splurge on our snacks and, certain other things. But Velveeta mac and cheese, I don't mind eating the cheap shit every now and then, but that macaroni cheese just got to be, So, all right. Well, I might mark this private. I might not, just because I didn't realize I had to read that. They posted that on the News Nation. That came from News Nation, and they didn't redact it the first time. So, disclaimer, educational purposes. Everything you hear from me today was educational research, and I will let you guys head off for your day. Go check out Jonesin. I do believe she was reading an affidavit too of something. I don't know. Spitfire, do you go to Jonesin's? I'm going to head on over there in a minute and see if she's still alive. Check out Jonesin's. I do believe she was reading an affidavit too. They get grouchy like we do. Yes, he does. He gets grouchy, man. He was a butthole. He's in the corner now hiding. But I'm going to go check out Jonesin and see what PJ Wish. Hi, Truth Secret. I hope your day is good, and thank you. Oh, thank you for coming in and saying hi. I appreciate it. Please hit the like, and I'm glad you were here. Even if he was lurking in the bushes, it's okay. I do carry a safe chat. You don't have to worry. If you ever have a problem with somebody, or somebody ever comes in here and in my chat and bullies you, you come tell me, or you come tell Miss Spitfire, Sharon. Rapper only has a standard. The other girls have full range of they know I don't tolerate any, nonchalant shit. Okay, so thank you, Sophie. Thank you for saying hi. I appreciate it. This story was very hard for me because I want to be a mom so bad, and these moms just were taken out of this earth way too soon. So, y'all have a blessed Tuesday. I'll see you guys tomorrow. We're going to try to find what happens tomorrow to them, to some of them. They have court or something. I think it's called arraignment. So, love you all. Thank you again. You're so welcome, Stardust. I can come back and leave a comment and let you know if she messaged me back or anything like that. Okay? Alrighty. Have a great day, y'all. Be blessed. Be kind.